my voice probably wasn't working until now. What's up? How's everyone doing? Welcome to the stream. How we all doing on this fine Saturday morning? Let's see. Hello, Reeves, Golden Pixel, Flesh Psycho, Game Kid, Quickie Studios, YouTube Surfer, Kickus, Johnny, Rayan, Fluffle, Neon. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. Yeah, so that's actually what we're gonna be doing today, guys. So today's live stream, if you guys have not been to one of these before, essentially, you guys get to choose what I make. So, yeah, that's kind of all there's to say, actually. Basically, what you guys are gonna do is give me some suggestions, and I'm going to take 4 of your suggestions, and then you guys are going to vote on which one I actually make, and then that will be one of the upcoming tutorials. So, like I said, you guys give me 4 suggestions, I'll put them in a vote, and you guys can... Now, I have to choose the suggestions, just, you know, making sure it's doable and that kind of stuff. Also, can you guys hear the music? It's not too loud, is it? Trying to add some music to stream, make it a little bit more, just a little cooler. Boogie. And it's also has to be something I know, like, if you guys reference something that I don't know, I can't obviously make it. I'll make it Bobbert. What is a Bobbert? Sans Gaster Blaster. Okay, so I've heard of that. I don't actually know what it is. I know Sans is from Undertale. I've never played Undertale. Death Punch cutscene. Or One Punch Man. I'm not 100% sure what that is, but I think I can figure it out. You mean like an ability that like actually like uses camera commands to like make a full cutscene for you doing a like doing a super powerful attack, something like that. Sans Gas Blaster is cool. It's like a Kami Hama. Oh, guys, you guys are gonna make I don't know some of these things. It's a white dragon skull that shoots a laser. Okay. Can you do a turret that shoots you? Okay, potentially be an idea. Like shoots players. Soul collection system. What do you mean? Can you give more detail on that? As you guys haven't seen, this is my what's the game? What's the game? Why am I blanking on the game? Ultra Kill. This is my Ultra Kill ability. You throw a coin up, and then you shoot the coin, and then the bullet reflects off the coin. What happened to the funny death screen challenge video? I've been kind of putting it off because I didn't get as many submissions as I was hoping. So I've been kind of putting that off, but I will get to it eventually. Okay. Make a poison smoke that spreads over time. So I'm getting a lot of suggestions for like poison cloud or something like that. So that can be one of them. So I've gotten a couple of those. Armor stand turret that follows you. I've actually already done that. I just ended up not making that into a tutorial. I actually have the commands done. I can show you them real quick. I just ended up not making it into a tutorial because I made it on a live stream, but I ended up not super liking it. I don't know. I just felt like it was a little bit not the best quality is all. I'm gonna skip lyrical music. Make a lifesteal hit attack. I've actually already done that. I already have a tutorial on that. Can be consistent where it gives you points per time you kill a player or a mob for aim I'm making. Potentially. How about a summon? You summon a creature and command it to attack a mob. Yeah, I mean, I have done stuff like that before. I certainly could do it again. Yeah, so this is basically Armor Stand turret, follows you around. You can actually upgrade it by leveling up. But it shoots these like piercing bullets. So I've actually already made this, I just haven't done a tutorial for it, just because I don't know. I didn't super like it, to be honest. Wasn't my favorite. You make Java combat with commands. I don't know how consistent I can make that. Probably not as consistent as would be good to be. Okay, yeah, if you look at my channel, I have a life steal, like, basically you can use a golden sword. Every time you whack something, it heals you. A Beyblade in Minecraft? Or how about this? I'll go one better than Beyblade. What about Spinjitzu? You know, like Lego Ninjago? What if you have, like, a Spinjitzu attack where, like, you basically move around as, like, a tornado, damaging everything? How does that sound? You guys want to do that as one of the suggestions? Okay, so we'll say Poison Cloud, Spinjitzu. Those two are locked in. Although I'm not, I feel like Spinjitzu might actually win this. Upgraded Trident. We've talked about an upgraded Trident before. I'll throw that on there. So, let's try to get these 4 that we want to do. I'm going to switch back to the other world, though. Okay, so here's oh, I want one more idea that we're going to lock in for the vote. So first option is going to be some kind of Poison Cloud. That could be like Poison Cloud that spreads or something like that. Second option is Spinjitzu, like you have like a tornado basically around yourself. Probably not gonna do a boss because I think I did a boss last time. Also, creeper boss doesn't work because it could just blow up. What is Bobbert? What is a Bobbert? I have a friend named Rob who I make fun of him by calling him Bobbert. Let's go gambling! Aw, dang it. Aw, dang it. Lore accurate hero Brian Shrine. Actually, I've already done that. So, if you I did a mini series called Survival. No, sorry, Normal Survival, right? And it didn't really work out. I was trying to do like a little series where it's like, oh, this is pretending to be normal survival, but it's obviously not. And I had some Herobrine style commands. But essentially, I actually did make. I don't even know what the commands are. Give me C, TPS 0, 100. Hold on. TPS 0, 150, 0. This might be where the commands are. Yeah. So essentially, I did make actually a Herobrine world essentially. So this one would essentially summon random bits of fire in the area around the player. Like randomly, you would do this. The second one would essentially randomly clear the leaves off of trees. You guys can see that. It would, like in a huge area, it would take the leaves off of trees. Fallout Nuke I've already done. I am reading chat, by the way, while I'm talking. But yeah, Fallout Nuke I've already done. Dude, what is Bobbert? Bobbert is a groundhog. Okay, so the second one then is you would occasionally see. I'm gonna see if there's an example in the nearby area. There would be like a zombie that had a Steve head that would just be watching you and would randomly spawn around you and it would just be watching you. And if you approached it, it would just disappear. So you guys can actually watch my normal survival. I was trying to do a survival series with like some horror command elements. Didn't end up doing that successful, so I kind of stopped working on the series. But it was fun while it lasted. Then occasionally you'd have zombie hordes spawn on you. That was one of them. Fallout Nuke, I've already done that. I did like a mini nuke launcher a couple months ago. Then you could also have this time where like these Herobrine shrines would actually spawn near you randomly, and if you were near a Herobrine shrine without, see, there's a random fire right there. If you were near a Herobrine shrine, you would get all these kinds of effects, as well as these other things would start happening more and more often if you're in Herobrine shrines. But you could actually like go up and break it. If you broke one of the blocks, it would like deactivate. So I also kind of made a block entity. Then I also made like these kind of shadow creatures that hunted you underground. So that is actually something I made. I never actually made a tutorial for these. Maybe that's what we're doing in the future. I don't know. But yeah. You make a pea shooter from Plants vs Zombies, like the turret. Okay, I saw turret multiple times, so why don't we do that as a vote? So what do we say for the vote? We'll say, and by the way I do the votes is we're going to do the vote with all 4 options, and then the top 2, we're going to do a vote with just the top 2 options. So there's going to be 2 votes. So what do we say this? We're going to say some kind of poison aura cloud thing that can maybe spread, spin jitsu, an upgraded trident, flying pig I've already done. Flying pig is one of my oldest videos, actually. And what's the last one? Some kind of turret. We can even say the PVZ's turret. Guppy, make a portal idea. I mean, you can kind of just do those /TP. Alright, soup hole. What should I make? Okay, so option 1 is poison cloud /aura. Option 2, spin. I might spell this wrong. Forgive me. Spin jitsu. Upgraded trident. And I spelled trident wrong. And P shooter turret. Okay. I don't know what bobbert is. Alright, once again, we're going to do 2-part poll, just giving you a heads up. First 2 options in terms of winning are going to be like played again. So you're going to have one poll where it's 4 options, 1 poll where it's 2. Ooh, where is Jolly? For real. I'll wait till we get about 15 votes. I think that's about how many we have in here. Alright guys, I'll give you a couple more seconds here to vote, because right now we have a tie for 2nd place. So I'm waiting for one more vote to break the tie. What's up, Aries? Thank you. Okay, it looks like we tie break, so it's option 1's going to be Spinjitzu, option 2 is going to be the Poison Cloud. What's up, Fantasy? Oh, I didn't even see you in here. How you doing, Fantasy? Alright, which one? I want to say hi to Fantasy. Shout out Fantasy if you haven't checked out his channel, by the way. He does a lot of command stuff too. Spinjitzu. Or what we see? Poison Cloud /aura. I feel like Spinjitzu's definitely gonna win this poll. That's just my guess, though. Don't vote based on what I said. Vote based on what you want. Yeah, I could make realistic heat vision that turns stone into magma or sand into glass or so. That's a good idea. I won't do it today because we already did the vote. But that's not a bad idea for something to do in the future. I've done heat vision before in like a much older video. Yeah, I feel like Spinjitzu's gonna win. Okay. I had a feeling that would be the case. Alright, let's find a good spots. Do you want to just do it here on this level of the golden room? By the way, for those of you who don't know, I do all my streams and tutorials in Minecraft Marketplace worlds that I've worked on. Um, so this is Dwarven Mines by Cracked Cubes. So this is a project that I worked on. It is available on the marketplace. Because for those of you who don't know, yeah, I actually do marketplace work. Like I do work on the marketplace. I do commands for the marketplace. So. Yeah, just a little shout out. Okay, so yeah, so Spinjitzu wins. Looks like pretty clearly Spinjitzu wins. So let's talk about how we want to do Spinjitzu. So here's what I'm thinking is and I will give you guys obviously a chance to input your ideas. So because obviously we're gonna have 4 items, so we'll have use blaze powder for 1. Where's lightning rod? So I'm just trying to think what items I want to use to represent each element. So use ice, obviously. We'll use cobblestone. Where's cobblestone? It's over here, isn't it? Yeah. Cobblestone. Who made the map? Crack Cubes, my team that I worked on. So I did the commands for the map. Because like I said, you guys don't know, I do work on commands for the marketplace maps. Let me do some. Just do light rod for lightning, even though it's not blue. Should I make it more color accurate? Okay. So what we can do is maybe, because essentially what it's gonna be. I'm sorry, I'm just trying to think of how exactly I want to do this. You guys can give me input. What I imagine it's gonna be is that depending on which one, you're gonna have to give yourself the tag ninja or something like that, and depending on which item you're holding, you'll be able to do. Because I want to make it so you can do each of the 4 elements, because I think that's cooler. Energy. Oh, I guess is green energy? Is that what the element for green is? I probably won't do green. I'm just gonna do the original 4. So you're gonna give yourself the tag ninja. I want to be ninja, and then you're gonna have like a little particle effect that's gonna essentially be circling around you, as well as you're moving around, you're gonna be damaging stuff. Is there anything else that seems obvious to include? Make your maps downloadable. Well, the thing is, just for the sake of making streams more interesting and videos more interesting, I do all my content in marketplace worlds, which means that I can't just give those maps away because they're on the marketplace. It'd be very illegal for me to freely give those away. Okay, so let's get started here. Yeah, sorry, I can't give those maps away. It's literally, because of the maps that I use to record stuff in, like, I legitimately can't give the maps away. Not even gonna address that, Cameron. It's not illegal, all you have to do. No, it is illegal because the maps that I work on are marketplace maps. They're not normal maps, they're marketplace maps. That's why it's illegal. Can you make a black hole? I've actually already done that. Thank you, Hard Cement. So you're gonna have to give yourself the tag Ninjago for it to work at all. Okay, so execute. So here's what I want to do, because we want it to be spinning. We don't just want it to be a tornado. We want it to actually be spinning. So I think what's going to happen Do you think Minecraft is gonna shut down because of Mojang? No. Minecraft's too big to fail. Are you kidding me? So I think what I'm gonna do. Alright, see you late. Thanks for coming. I think what I'm gonna do is basically have an invisible armor stand spinning over top of the player. If you guys saw my Blaze Boss video, something similar to that. There's gonna be an invisible armor stand spinning on top of the player. That's gonna be controlling the rotation essentially. And this is how we're gonna control where the particles are. And yes, that makes sense. So it's going to be spinning around the player as they're moving around. And that's going to create kind of this like spinning tornado-ish effect. Do I like the Pale Garden, or do I think it's lacking in the horror part? I actually don't think the horror part's lacking. I mean, obviously it could be better. But Minecraft isn't a horror game. I think the Deep Dark does that a lot better. I have the same problem I have with the Pale Garden that I do with the Deep Dark, in that there's not really a reason to go down there. I mean, in terms of valuable things that are in the Deep Dark, the recovery compass is not that useful. If you're a decent player, it's not ever going to be helpful. And the only thing is really the quick sneak shift or whatever. It's just not worth going there. Same thing with the Pale Garden. It's like, it's not really a reason to go there. I don't think the risk is that great, but there's also no reason to risk it. I don't think resin is worthwhile. As at A, tag equals ninja, go. Chilled cheese centuries. Not this live stream because you're too late. Or vote's already been cast. What's up, Frago? Thanks for coming. I totally just didn't blank on how your name was supposed to be said. Name equal, no. Nope. Sensitivity. Name equals spin. I'm just gonna call it that. Type equals armor. Stand. Run. Summon. I appreciate that, Cameron. I'm not going to read that aloud on stream, but it's pretty funny. Can you make the 1989 joke given throwing cards, smoke bombs, poison flower, and poison bomb, a couple guns, and rocket launchers? Not today. TNT that has gravity that goes up. You just teleport TNT upwards. Summon TP. Is your static? I guess my mic is giving a bit of static. Sorry guys. Hold on, let me plug in my mic better, see if that'll help. Static. Hold on, let me change my settings. Sorry guys, I got it. Are you guys good? Is it good? It's not staticky anymore. It's good? Okay. Cool. Let's add an E. Nope. As at A, tag will spin. Jit. No, Ninjago. NS TP at E equals 13, C equals 1, name equals spin. Hey, we good on static now? We good? Change some settings. I think we're good now. I'm not getting any feedback in my OBS, so I think we're good now. Okay. Name equals spin. This equals 1, r equals 13. 10, dot, dot, dot. Okay, so that's always going to be above me. Spin. Execute to as at E. Name equals spin. At S. Run TP at S. Pop, pop, pop. Facing. You need smell bending. Nah, bro, you just need to take a shower. Alright, so that's gonna be the basis, essentially, of what's going on. I'll give that guy invisibility at the ends. For now, that's just gonna be indicative so we know that I actually have the armor stand functioning. Okay, so first one we're gonna do, because essentially it's gonna be a lot of particles. Essentially. Let me pull my particle list here. Yeah, it's going to be essentially a lot of particles. It's going to be most of what this creation is. Carrot bending, thank you. Frog bending, oh no. This is what we're back to, just bending everything. Execute. As at E, at A. Tag equals ninja go. At S. What are we making? Today we're making Ninjago. I mean, I just make what the people vote for. Add at S. As at E. Equals 1. Tag equals, no. Name equals spin. R equals 13. Run particle. Let's see what just happens here when I do this. Probably would help if I added a particle. It's not spinning. Added as rotated. Okay. So essentially what we're going to do is we're going to make a cone of particles. Is what's going to happen here. I'm just going to lower this one down. The ride in search of the promised frog bending tutorial. That was talked. I think the last time I heard frog bending was when I was working on the nuke launcher. I'm gonna be consistent here. Yeah, just give me a second here, guys. 0.4. So I did 0.1, 0.3, 0.4, 9. Take this off so I can see a little bit better what's happening. Alright, let me check. What's the best season in Jago? Mine is season 6. Oh man, it's been so long. I don't remember which season were which. I mean, I remember like season 1 distinctly with like the giant snake and Lord Garmadon taking all of gold weapons and stuff. Lord Garmadon, I just butchered his name. 9.6. We're just gonna go up by these increments, and then 1.2. I'm gonna increase the spin speed too. Don't worry. I also spelled particle wrong, but whatever. Uh, 1.8, 1.8, something like that, right? Okay, if it didn't block your vision, the flame that floats up would be really cool. Yeah, I agree, but this I think is going to end up being more consistent. Hi, I'm Brazilian. I want to thank you. Oh, thanks. I appreciate that. Will this be turned into a tutorial? Yes. I'm actually going to make every other one negative. This should just make it look a little bit better, especially when I speed up the spin speed here. Now it's like alternating. So now I need to oh, that looks pretty sick. What do you guys think of that? Ah, crap. Hold on a second. Slot equal, or no. Weapon equals slot dot weapon dot main hand, because I forgot I wanted it to be when you're holding it. So I actually got to change this a little bit. Oh, whoops. No, I actually missed a lot. As item equals slot dot, no. Item equals blaze powder. I'm typing off screen because I'm going to copy it, by the way, in case you guys are curious what I'm not seeming to do anything on screen. So I'm just going to copy and paste it to each one of them. Give me 1 second here. Oh, yeah. What does it look like when I walk around? I feel like that looks pretty cool. It's not quite as tornado-y. That's just going to be the nature of any particle. It still looks pretty cool. So, what's up, Derry? Welcome. So I want to make it so it's only happening when you're holding the blaze powder. So we're gonna make the fire first, and then go through and make the rest of the elements, because they're gonna be pretty similar, other than the particles used, essentially. So. Want to make it spin faster? Yeah, we can do that. Yep, make it spin Jitsu. Congratulations on figuring it out so quickly. Well, that's probably a good sign that it looks like it's supposed to. Okay. Copy commands with data. I always have to use a structure block. You have to be having a keyboard. So basically, whenever you pick block something, it doesn't copy the data. So somebody asked, how do you copy data with how do you copy command blocks with command in it? So you have to have a keyboard, because you need to pick block something. But normally when I pick block something, it doesn't save the data. But if I hold Control and then pick block it, it will actually keep it. Now, I said keyboard. I did not say you have to be on PC. I don't know about PlayStation, but I used to play on Xbox, and I would actually plug a keyboard into my Xbox, and I was able to do it that way. So, looks cool. Glad you guys like it. So now we're going to actually add some damage. Yeah, I don't know about Switch. I've never played Switch, so. That's a lot of damage. Okay. We don't need to do the rotated parts. Add at S. Run. Damage. Eddie. Here's what we're going to do. Anything. So you're not going to be able to PvP with people that are the same element as you. But you will be able to PvP. I am doing Ninjago Spinjitzu. So I'm glad people are able to tell what it is right away. That's usually a good sign. First time ever. Thanks. Welcome. Welcome to the stream. Run damage at E. No, I already did that. R equals 4, probably 3. Entity. Attack. Is there anything that each element should do? Because right now they're all going to be functionally the same, right? Like, they're all going to be functionally the same. They're going to look different. Is there any ways we should differentiate them that you guys can think of? Because right now it's just kind of a damage aura. You know? So I'm trying to think if there's any ways we could make it better. Alright, let me catch up to chat real quick. It'd be cool if you could turn invisible so you can see the particles better. Perhaps. We'll be making a world where you can make your own custom powers, fight against other characters. That's cool. Maybe leave fire trails behind. Yeah, we could do that. I can do the same with magma. Maybe when you unequip the Spinjitzu, it will fling all the mobs nearby away. That's not a bad idea. Okay, how about this? We'll give each one a status effect, right? So if you, so maybe, how about this? All right. So maybe fire does a little bit more damage, and as you're going by, it's also going to wither enemies, so they're going to have lingering damage too as soon as you leave. Maybe frost, when you go by, is going to slow mobs, so like after you leave, they're going to be like... My mic is quiet. Can you guys hear me okay? Is my mic quiet for anybody else? So, like I said, maybe fire does a little bit more damage and does like wither effects, so it damages mobs as you go by. Ice is gonna like give mobs slowness for a while once you go by, so it's like they're gonna be like semi-frozen. Okay, everyone else, you might just have to turn your volume up. So we can do that for fire and frost, and then maybe lightning shoots shoots projectiles between enemies when you make contact. Like it shoots out little sparks. That'd be kind of cool. And then what would we want to do for Earth? You guys want, like, does that make sense? You guys understand what I'm saying? Well, blindness only works on players. So now if I bring in something bigger here. These are actually gonna have lingering damage. And then, like, the fire will obviously do the most damage. I think that makes sense. Alright, let me catch up with the chat real quick. What if you destroy command blocks with Earth Spin Jutsu when you stop throwing those projectiles? Maybe. I mean, that's pretty complicated. I don't want to make it too much more complicated. You can make it so when the enemy touches a tornado, gives them wither and the mob flame particle effect on them. Yep, we kind of did that. So that's pretty much what we're going to do for flame. Why not use the mob flame particle? Because I don't want the players to be blind, essentially. Because if I did that, you wouldn't really be able to see. Okay. I think we're going to move on from flame for now. And if we have anything we want to add, we can add it later. Let's move on from flame. We're going to do ice next. So I'm actually going to give them... I want them all to be distinct. So fire is going to have the most damage. It's also going to have lingering damage, but it's going to have the lowest range. So you actually have to get closer when you're using fire spin jutsu. Because I think it's more fun if, like, they're distinct from one another. You know what I mean? Okay. So we're going to try... First, we're going to do... Particles. Give me a second here. Trying to figure out which particle I want to use. I think I want to do end rod particle for ice. That's a bit too long. Maybe balloon. Give me 1 second. I'm not looking in chat at this very second. Okay, yeah, we'll do balloon. I think that's gonna be the best. Okay. Flings random stones around. Yeah. Okay, hold on seconds. Here's what we're gonna do. I don't need this. Do a couple layers and just see what it looks like real quick. Oh, that's gonna look sick. Yeah, that's gonna look sick for ice. Guppy, is it a mod to pick block? No. Just press your middle mouse button, like the scroll wheel. Press the scroll wheel down and pick blocks. Okay, lightning should get a speed boost, something related to speed. I was thinking we could have lightning shoot off projectiles that chain between enemies potentially. What's up, Sam? We're doing Spinjitzu. And I'm gonna do some other stuff once I finish this. 9.6. 1.2, 0.7. 0.5, 0.8. I did here. Yeah, whatever. Let's see how this looks. Let's go. We're just going to alternate it so it's not all on one side. So essentially we just make every other one have a negative value. Okay. Hey, what's going on? We are making Spinjitzu in Minecraft, essentially. What do you guys think? For Ice Spinjitzu, what do you guys think how this looks? Will I ever make frog bending? Not in today's stream. Yeah, I already have it designed so the particles will spin. That was these commands here, essentially. Now for this tutorial, I have to look at like the Lego Ninjago intro theme and see if I can recreate that in Minecraft while also not copywriting the music. So here's the thing: you guys do have some good ideas on what these elements can do. However, for the sake of tutorials, I try to keep things simpler, which is why I don't want to do anything super complicated for like the different powers. Essentially, I don't want to do anything too complicated because I want this to be something that most people can add to their worlds, if that makes sense. Just because the more complicated you get, the harder it is to copy it over. And I want people to understand what they're doing, too. So like, part of it is I do want people to understand what's going on, because that's really the best way to learn. So that's kind of what my hopes are, if that makes sense. Yeah, it does look a little weird when I walk because just because it does. There's not super really a way to get around that. Just because the particles linger for a second, the particles themselves don't move. It's like if I sneak walk, it doesn't look that weird because I'm going slower. So it's kind of able to keep up with me, right? But when I walk around, then I'm just kind of too fast. So this might be something where maybe you have to sneak. But, yeah. See, the live stream stuff complicated into entirely different things, tutorials off screen. Dude, if I try to do complicated stuff, I actually prefer to do it off stream, because then I can just blast music and think. It's sometimes also harder for me to like keep up with the live stream chat and do more complicated stuff. Honestly, don't want it to be true. So potentially, I'm going to do today. It's just going to be Spinjitzu. I'm not going to do the golden weapons. Perhaps on a secondary live stream, we can do the golden weapons. Do I have a tutorial for claiming plots of lands? I don't. However, I think Fantasy might. Fantasy, if you're still here, you can correct me if I'm wrong on that. Do you have one? What was this for? Oh, just for fun. Something cool that you guys can eventually follow the tutorial for and add to your own world. Okay, so the next particle we're going to be doing is lightning. I already have a particle for that, so that's not a big problem. Here. Lightning rod. Oh, I think I have a typo here. No, I got rid of it. Nice, okay, good. Okay, so lightning rod equals spin, and then we're gonna do this particle. Okay, make Spinjitzu, you have a charge if you kill enough enemies, soul recite the connected ability. No, I'm gonna do this particle. This particle I think should look good. I'll do like the first three and then we'll see if we like it. If not, we can do colored flame, but I think this particle might work. So what do you guys think of that? Is that too white? Do you think we should do blue flame? I'm gonna leave it up to you guys. We're gonna make a poll. So obviously in the show, it's way more blue. Electric spark. I'm gonna make a poll. You guys can decide for me. What am I making? I'm making Spinjitzu. Then I guess if you guys want to see, I'll give you. I'll let you guys see what the other option is real quick. Give me a second here. Let me put these side by side so you guys can see what your actual options are. I'm gonna actually redo the vote because I didn't show the blue flame, so I'm gonna show the blue flame. Give me 1 second here. I just want to make sure you guys have the option to do both. Okay, so this is blue flame. I think I like blue flame better, I'm not gonna lie. And then this would be the electric spark. Alright, let's try the poll again. I think I like blue flame better, to be honest, but I'll let you guys decide. This just seems a bit too white to me, but the blue flame is the blue one, the white one is spark. What I can do too is if I did blue flame and maybe use the electric spark for the actual projectile that's happening, that might be a good idea of how we can do both. Why don't we do that? Yeah, I think blue looks more like the show, I agree. Point 9, 0.6, 1.2, 0.7, 1.5, 0.8, and 1.8, 0.9. Then I need to make this every other one negative. So yeah, like I said, when you sneak, it kind of keeps the speed a lot better. It keeps the effect a lot better, I mean. Because part of it is actually executing off that armor stand up there. It's not actually executing off of me. Here's what happens. What it looks like. Let's speed it up even more. Oh, that actually looks fine. Okay, so what if we did this? It gives me a good idea of flower field. Lightning rod. Lightning rod. Equals 5 or equals 10. At run summon lightning. Stand. This one I'll try to take delay. Basically, as you're in Spinjitzu mode, it's going to be randomly striking nearby mobs with lightning. That's what I'm thinking. Armor stand type, not item. Type equals not XP orb. There we go. Also, do you think players should be invisible when they're spinning? What do you guys think? Should they be? Yes, people are saying yes. Ability 1-1 true. Invis, so we're just gonna change this to ice. And change this to lightning. We have an idea. I'll fix that. Try some here. Yeah, we can give speed here. I just want to see if I can make the particles a little bit denser and see if that won't fix some of the issues here. What we're going to do is basically double the amount of particles here and see if this can't make it look even better when we're spinning around so that it kind of keeps its shape more. So we're going to make essentially double the particles. Another good idea is making frog banding. Yeah. Oh, that looks kind of sick, doesn't it? That looks a lot better. What do you guys think? Doesn't that look a lot more like it? We can hide the hand too. That's not hard. Just use play animations. But I think that looks good. What do you guys think? So yeah, we give him invisibility and we just double up the particles. I think that'll work. Do that for the other two as well. Dude, make Spinjitzu? That's a great idea. That's a genius idea. Guys, should I make Spinjitzu? Being a little bit sarcastic there. Yeah, I'm already making Spinjitzu. Let's see what the ice looks like. We'll hide the hand later. But yeah, see when you're moving around, when you're invisible, that definitely looks like it keeps its shape a lot better. I've already actually made a tutorial on how to throw swords. Yeah, I'm getting the Spinjitzu burst. I'm not sure what that is. Oops. I also had a typo somewhere. So this is like 3.4, 0.6.5, 0.9.6, 1.2.7. That's fine. 8, 9. Oops. 0.9. Okay. So then this is going to be. Gotta turn these to negatives. Seven. 8. Oh, oops. Typo. Okay, so that's what we have for fire now. This is what fire looks like. This will hide our hands at the ends, but I think that's pretty good. But yeah, I mean that's pretty sick. This is definitely, you can tell what this is supposed to be. Okay, now we need to find a black particle that's not going to last too long. Let me think what particle we want to do for this. What's a good, like, small, short, black particle? Wait. We can do that. That's kind of a black particle. Let's see what that looks like. I think we just changed blue to colored, and for whatever reason, colored messes up and has it as black. Because usually when particles... Okay, that's kind of blue. That's like just a dark blue. That might not work. Hmm. Too blue, unfortunately. No. The Evoker spell, I think, lasts too long, but it might not. Yeah, see, that one actually lasts until I leave the world and rejoin. So, that's what I thought. Trying to find a particle that'll work for this, so I'm not quite reading chat right now. Falling gravel could potentially work. I'll try that one. Actually, dragoning would work better. That lingers quite a bit longer than these ones do, but we're gonna try it. No, it doesn't. Okay. Well, it does because it falls. I'm not sure how that's gonna look when I get higher up. Because look, it falls all the way down to the ground. So I don't know if the falling particles are gonna work for what I need. Oops. No, that one went the water, I think. Ooh, this one. Mycelium dust particle lasts way too long. This is the Phantom Trail. Is there any other suggestions for me? What happened to the Terra? Yeah, there's actually a couple little commands that or a couple little tutorials I made on stream that I ended up not actually making for a variety of reasons. I just generally ended up not liking their final product, so I kind of just didn't end up making the tutorial because I wasn't a huge fan of them, essentially. Oops. There we go. The last particle on the list is, I think, what's going to work. What's ability for Earth? Actually, I don't know. That is something you guys can probably help me out with, because I'm still not sure what I want to do for Earth. I don't want to do anything that's going to take a ton of command blocks, because this is kind of a system I want to build into later. This might be something that has sequels for it. So that's why I don't want to make anything too part of the reason I want to make anything too complicated now is because I actually want to build more of the more into the Spinjitzu system. And if I start with a super complicated base, it's just going to make it harder for people to follow. Let me mess up. I feel like I did. No, I didn't. Yeah, so partly I don't want to make it any more complicated just because it it's going to be too hard for people to follow and build on, because I want to make something that players can build on here. Let's see what this looks like real quick before I finish. That's quite a lot of particles. What am I making? Spinjitzu. 5, 8. Yeah, basically making Spinjitzu. Alright, let's do the second set of particles. And then we can discuss what the ability should be for the Earth. Someone suggested putting the enemies in the ground. That's not a terrible idea. Yeah, unfortunately there isn't really a better particle for this. If you guys can think of one, let me know. And if you think of it after the stream, just comment it on the stream. And if you do it before the tutorial is out next week, then I might change it. Make like an actual. We could actually pool enemies towards the turn. We could do that for Earth. You can barely even tell it's spinning. Vested emitter particle. Particle. Vested emitter. Is that the particle it's called? What's the actual name of the particle? Because that it's not showing up when I type anything. Mr. Chubby Alligator. Are you going to do a fan command showcase stream? That's not a bad idea for something. It'd be hard to organize though, because I have basically have to be joining a bunch of worlds and yeah. Oh right. Yeah, it'd be Minecraft. No, you're right. Forgot to put Minecraft in front of it. That one's. Ooh, that might be a better particle. Why'd you have to tell me that after I already typed them all? But no, I think that's a better particle though. Oh, I gotta actually copy it. Hold on. Yeah, I forgot that the list that I use for particles isn't updated. I need to get like. I think I need to make my own list that has every possible particle. You know, I have considered making like a command block website that has like lists of particles and all that kind of stuff, as well as like a place where you can showcase your own command creations. Yeah, I think that's gonna look better when I actually finish it. Get rid of the black particle, the wither black particles. Yeah, Game Over Gaming is a really good job of doing that because I'll actually want. I generally don't watch a ton of other command block YouTubers. However, Game Over Gaming is someone who I would actually definitely recommend if you guys haven't looked at him. Because what he'll do every time an update comes out is he will basically catalog every single particle and sound effects. I think that's pretty good. Yeah, good suggestion. Good suggestion. He basically catalogs every single like particle and sound that gets added with every single update, and he does it pretty quickly after the update. So if you guys haven't checked out Game Over Gaming, I would actually recommend it. And I don't. There's not a ton of YouTubers I would recommend. Fantasy is also another cool guy. Me and him do some stuff together every once in a while. I'll check out his streams. He was in the stream earlier. Fantasy is another good YouTuber. His tutorials are pretty technical, probably more technical than mine are. Like he did some really amazing stuff with world generation, by the way. It was a couple weeks ago, maybe a couple months ago. I don't know if it's an ongoing project for him or not, but he did some really amazing stuff with essentially world generation in Minecraft. Like with commands, which is not an easy thing to do. Yeah, I think it looks good. Yeah, I think that's a better particle. Thank you. Who suggested that? Chubby Alligator? Yeah, thank you. Good suggestion. Good suggestion. Batman commands also W. Yeah. Okay. I think that's good for particles. So let's do the actual effect. Okay, what do we want to do for the Earth? What do we want to do here? I don't want to throw a projectile because that ends up being way too complicated. You guys have seen, I've done like throwing boulders and stuff before. If you guys watch my earthbending videos, that's a pretty complicated set of commands. That each special effect that I've done for this is only one extra command block, so doing that whole thing would be way too much. We want to scrap it and make frog bending. Yes. Pull enemies towards the user is not a bad idea. What do I think is the easiest command to learn in? I'm not quite sure what you mean. The most important command is the execute command. Seriously, if you don't know the execute command, you're not going to do anything. Enemies in the ground is not a bad idea. Falling boulders is too complicated. I don't want to do that for this. It's not a bad idea. I just want to keep it simpler because the other ones are kind of simple. Cryptone spawn enemies is not a bad idea. I just don't want necessarily, because if people are building this in these worlds, I don't always want to place blocks because I don't want people to like accidentally mess up their world, essentially. Especially if they have a typo, I'm always a little cautious with placing blocks. I think we should pull people in. I think that's a decently simple, easy one. We're gonna do that for now. If you guys have other suggestions, feel free to send them in the chat. And once again, if you guys have suggestions or ideas that come up after the stream, you guys can drop them in the comment section on the stream. That's at S. Run. TP at S. For truth. Facing at P. So, 1 second here. Eagles, Ninja, go. This is a really long command block, isn't it? Alright, let's see what this looks like. Did I type it in right? I'm sure I did. There's a lot of commands. Item equals cobblestone. As item equals, item equals. Why is cobblestone? Forgotten at P. Wait, where? Oh, yep. Thank you. That is one of the advantages to stream chat. It's still not pulling. The density has the quantity equal to 0. That might be why. Wait. That equals cobblestone. Location equals thought that weapon not main handle. That should work. What am I missing? What am I missing, guys? First line cobblestone has a typo. Thank you. Through's at the end. Come on. There we go. Okay. Um. What am I doing? Lego Ninjago. I also do the play animation to hide the hands. And I think once I do the play animation to hide the hands, I'm actually going to end stream because that's pretty much it for Spinjitzu. Yes, I know there's more stuff that can be done. And if you guys have stuff that you want that you think can be done, actually, number one, feel free to add it yourself. Once you guys copy this tutorial down, add it yourself. Like, that's awesome. But also, I kind of do want to make some more stuff related to this in the future. So also part of it is that. Basically, I want to have a base here that I can add more stuff to in the future if I want to. Was the animation not creeper swell? I think is the animation I'm thinking of. Give me a second here. Animation.creeper.swelling. Okay. Do you think I make a Phantom boss with gas scale play animation? I actually already did. I ended up just not posting the tutorial for it because I didn't super like how it came out. I can demonstrate it before I end stream if you guys want to see it. But okay, so that hides the hands. Change this to ice. Change this to lightning rod. And change this to cobblestone. Bada boom, bada bing. Alright, let's become a master of Spinjitzu, guys. Let's go in the element order. Pop, pop, pop. Okay. First. Oh, actually cycling through looks sick. Look at this, guys. Look at this. Look at all of them. So we can also flow enemies down. Some more here. And that's what draws enemies towards me. Will it work in survival? Yeah. And in fact, you can actually PvP with this. Like, this will work in PvP. So you won't be able to damage somebody if they're the same element as you, but if they are different elements, you will be able to PvP with them. So, yeah, I can show you guys if you want. Obviously, you can still take damage. The fire does the most damage, but also has the lowest range. Oh look, I shot the minecart as it was passing by with lightning, I think. Get smited, get smited. I'm probably gonna turn it down to balance it. Do I think I can maybe do the golden weapons? Yeah. Not today. Definitely not today. But if that's something you guys vote for in a future one of these live streams, absolutely. Could be fun to do. No, it won't attack the armor stand. It is specifically not able to target armor stands. Oh, I forgot to get the armor stand invisibility. I need to do that. Yeah, the earth should probably have resistance, shouldn't he? Because it also makes a little bit of sense. I feel like. Let's see. Slowness. I'm also going to give weakness. Oopsie. There we go. So now in survival, you can actually approach as the frost guy. It's going to be a bit safer. Number one, they can't approach you, and they also can't really do that much damage to me. Which mod allows them to place types commands? None of them. It's not a mod. Get out of here. Get out of here. None of them do, actually. It's basically pick block, so essentially if you have a keyboard, if you pick block while holding control, it will actually copy the data of the command block. Okay, that is it for Spinjitzu. I hope you guys enjoyed. Hope this is kind of something you guys can see the vision for. Like I said, this is something I do want to add more to in the future. Yeah. That's it. I hope you guys found this enlightening, enjoyable, informative. Yes, this will be a future tutorial. Hopefully by next Friday. Yeah. Thank you guys for coming. And bye-bye.